Hi. I'm not really even sure how to begin this one because it's a little, edgy is not the word. It's a little, I don't know. You'll just have to decide the adjective for it. So I have to preface by saying that I am very in love with the education system. I always loved school. I admittedly was teacher's pet. And I loved school and I loved getting along with teachers and, doing what I needed to do to not only just survive in school, but to actually love it. So I always thought my kids would be the same way. And my kids are all brilliant. They are. They're so smart and they also are very free-spirited, which is a little more like their dad, I believe. And anyway, that's the preface. I'm not the kind of mom who, well, if my kids get in trouble in school, then I am one to believe that they had at least some small part in it, and it's not always the teacher's fault, right? So anyway, that's the preface. And I am just looking at myself and realizing my makeup's running all down my face. I just got done with yoga. So I'm attractive as well. So anyways, my son Carter, he's the youngest. And it's all of my kids have had a struggle. When they get to, it's called intermediate school here. They have the 6th and 7th grades in a separate school. And this school always wins awards for, I don't know, the top something something school. And Kathleen, thank you. Anyway, and on the outside, it appears to be, the perfect school. Well, I've had a hard time with the school. And like I said, I was always the one. I was the brown noser. Not really, but I was the teacher's pet. I love school. And, I've always been the one to be, just do what the teacher says because they're there to teach you. They're there, you're going to learn something. Well, every time I've gone to this particular school, I get rubbed wrong and it really irritates me. And I do better now than I used to. They're just really, 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 really strict. And I'm a rule keeper, but to me this is beyond rules. It's like really ridiculous rules, which I won't go into it. So all of my kids have struggled in this school, especially my boys. They're just very free-spirited. The girls at least knew how to be sweet and work their way through. So anyways, Carter, he's hilarious. You've seen, I posted things about him. He's a very fun kid. He's really nice to everybody. He loves people. He's very, very, very social. He reminds me a lot of my little brother Tim. If anybody knows him, he is always he was the class clown, but he also just really loved people and everybody loved him. He was always really fun, kind of the leader of the band, and the band wasn't always playing the song the teacher wanted to play, right? So Carter, he's also really smart and he loves teachers and he tries to do well. And he actually does quite well in school. He has great grades. He just likes to talk. And so for some reason, the teachers don't like him very much. I mean, he likes to talk. And I guess everyone likes to talk to him. So I get that. I get it. So here's the thing that's funny, though, is he doesn't put up with it. Like at the beginning of the year, he would come home and he would almost cry. And this is how, because normally I'm like, no, Carter, what did you do wrong? Like, let's go talk to the teacher and let's figure out what you can do to be better, right? He would come home with the same story every single day to show me that, the way he was being treated in his class he wasn't deserving it, okay? So anyways, since the beginning of the year, he's switched and he stands up for himself. And this shouldn't be funny, but it is to me. He came home today. Well, he called me from school and he's like, Mom, can you come get my scooter? They confiscated my scooter because I rode it right up to the door and then I got off of it. And the vice principal said that the wheel went just a little bit over the threshold of the door. And so he rode it in the school. So he took the scooter and his friend's scooter as well because his friend stood up for him. And so because he was back talking, they took both of their scooters. So I had to come and release the scooters from prison today after school, which kind of irritated me because I'm like, oh my goodness, why do you have to push the limits? Why do you have to do this? And he was like going off. So he came home and he's like, Mom, can I just tell you? And I don't know, just to listen to him explain. I wish he were here, but he's down in the bath. He could tell you, but he's like, he's all, I hope you won't get mad at me, but I'm going to tell you exactly everything that I said because I was actually really proud of myself. And I hope that you were proud of me for standing up for myself and not taking their crap, right? And this is like opposite of my normal kind of language. And it's not, I'm not blaming either side, just to listen to him be confident and to stand up for himself. And the way he says it just makes me laugh. It's just hilarious. So he's like, he said, I just told him, I'm not going to put up with this. I don't feel like I need to be pushed around like that. Like, I don't do anything wrong. I come to school and I come here to learn, and you guys push me around, and I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm not going to put up with it. And he's like, the vice principal and the police officer, they were both there. And he said, the police officer got this look on his face like, whoa, this kid's not kidding. He's not going to put up with it. And anyway, he got his scooter back and all is well. And so now, and you guys can post suggestions for me if you want, because I would love to teach him. I just tell him, I said, Carter, I know that this school can be difficult because I've experienced it, and I get it. I also know that you're not without fault. It's just, it takes two to tangle. And that's what life is like. And so as much as I'd love to pull you out of the school and whatever, I'm not going to, because it's a way for you to deal with life and just to learn how to make it work. And he's like, I want to have a really good fourth quarter. And I said, good. If you want to have a really good fourth quarter, whose responsibility is that? Is that yours or is it the teacher's? And he's like, it's mine. And I'm like, so, okay, help me brainstorm ideas. And he's like, well, I want to talk to Tim because, like I said, he's like his Uncle Tim. And so I'm probably going to call Tim. He reminds me a lot of, well, he's a yellow for people that know the color code. Anyway, he would help him figure it out. But I'm just like, let's just go and let's overwhelm them with kindness. Let's go and like do everything to, I don't know, walk up to him and give him a hug or something. But yeah, and I get it. It's hard to balance the rules and also to love. I get it. It would be really hard to manage a class of kids. Tristy, so are you a teacher? Anyway, so yeah, I think teaching them independence, teaching them to follow the rules, and also teaching them to stand up for themselves, and to live life. Like I said, I'm a rule keeper, and I believe in following the rules to a certain extent. But when you're taking somebody's personality away from them, that's when it gets me a little bit. And so I'm a little bit. Anyway, you can tell I'm in this mood today. Anyways, so yeah, just give me your suggestions of what he can do. I was thinking, because he's the kind of person, like, he'll just walk up to his friend, and in the middle of his friend talking to him, he'll just go give him a hug. Like, that's just how he is. And so I'm like, maybe he could do that to the teachers. When they're in the middle of getting mad at him, he could just walk up and give me a hug. I don't know. But if you guys have any good ideas, any ideas that he would think would be funny or fun to do so that he would be on board and it wouldn't be like a punishment, but actually for him to know that he's the one in charge of the situation, feel free to share your suggestions, because I really feel like this could be a turning point in his life, like learning how to manage his state, manage his attitude, and make the best out of his life no matter what's going on, and to win people over. Maybe he should read that book. Is there one for kids? How to, what is it? Something and Influence People by Og Mandino. How to make friends and influence people. Anyways, that's my story today. It's not necessarily, it's funny to me kind of, just because you had to be there to tell, yes, Joey, that's exactly what I tell you, and you listen to me because you're not my kid. So I'm looking for ways that other people can tell my kid. No, Carter listens to me. It's just coming from your mom, sometimes it's not as cool. So if anybody has a really good idea and share it here, then I can let him read it coming from you. It'll be fun. I feel like I said, this is a great opportunity for Carter. It's a little bit funny to hear him tell the story, so it does make me laugh, but I'm also I'm reaching out for help right now for this, so I want Carter to be able to love school and to still love himself and to still keep his personality. I don't want him to feel like he can't be himself to succeed in life, because that's so wrong. It's what I'm all about these days. It's learning how to be myself and manage my life. And good, Joey, I'm glad I made you laugh. Then I'm successful on day 67. Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you for listening to my rant today that turned into laughter, and feel free to give me your suggestions like I said. And I will talk to you guys all tomorrow with day 68. We're getting really close to the end. That's crazy. I think maybe I should keep going or start over. What do you think? Everyone join me. 100 Days of Laughter, hashtag 100 Days of Laughter, and tag me so I can share it and we can start a movement. Thanks, Lindsay. Thanks, everybody. And thank you, Terry Kempfert. It was fun to see you on here, and thank you for your kind words. And yeah, I'm going to go have a shower now. Okay, see ya. Bye.